What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Stay Sore podcast. My name is Bo Skitsko. I'm your host. Let's skip the rest of the intro. You clicked on the video, you know what it's about. Let's get straight to the juicy stuff. So 10 tips that will help you either immediately or in a few minutes or at the most in a few days to have an apparently seemingly leaner, flatter stomach or tighter waist. Let's start with number one. Activating the transverse abdominis. So when you breathe, you use your diaphragm to breathe, the thing that you do right now and don't even think about. But when you breathe aggressively, when you breathe so hard, where you're like, that's where the transverse abdominis muscle is helping your diaphragm to breathe and push against the stomach and the lungs even harder. So when you activate it, it pulls the stomach or your waist tighter. It acts like a corset, making it appear a little tighter. Here's what you can do. Yes, there's planks that can help with that and other exercises, but a simple one you can do throughout the whole day. It's called a vacuum. So if you don't have any heart problems, if you don't get easily dizzy, if you don't have any other medical problems, you can actually try it. You can try it with me right now. Again, only if you don't have any medical issues, right? So what happens is you breathe in really deep and then you exhale as long as you can. And then you hold that vacuum for as long as you can till you get blue in your face. Maybe when you're not used to it, try it somewhere safe, try it when there's somebody around you. So you can do that like up to 3 times in the morning, up to 3 times in the midday, up to 3 times in the evening. Again, only if you don't have any medical issues. And that vacuum, that breathing out all the way and holding it for a few seconds will help to tighten up the transverse abdominis like a natural belt or natural corset. When that muscle is tight, it's going to make it appear slimmer. That's tip number one. All right, tip number two is simple yet super effective, and most people forget about it. It's posture. Now posture, if you're hunched over, relaxed, it's pushing the midsection out and creating a bulge. Your chest sits almost on your stomach and everything is squeezing the stomach out. When you have good posture, not only do you look and feel more confident, you also appear slimmer. So good posture is shoulders back and down, chest out, chin neutral and tall to the point where your ears align with your shoulder and you stand straight, proud and confident. That will stretch out your midsection, make you appear taller and make your midsection appear slimmer because it's longer. Tip number 3, how to make your stomach appear flatter and leaner is avoid bloating foods. When you bloat, your stomach is pushing out and you not only feel uncomfortable, but it also looks not the prettiest. So avoid foods that make you bloated. But in general, it's things like broccoli, cabbage, onions, beans, carbonated drinks. They make you bloated too. So before you go to an event or a party or get together, avoid foods that make you bloated. Simple, yet super effective and often forgotten and overlooked. All right, tip number 4 is sodium. The intake and avoiding sodium. When you eat sodium or salt, you retain a lot of water, and the water makes you look a little thicker, a little rounder, a little smoother, which we don't want. So this tip divides into 2 parts. 1, avoid sodium before get-togethers, before you go out in your cute little night dress. But also, drink a lot of water to flush out the sodium. Not too much where you have an aquarium in your stomach, but drink water to flush out this salt and sodium, and then try to avoid eating it so your skin pulls tighter into your muscles and body. This next one is obviously obvious, but still a good reminder for you. Wear the right clothes. What I mean is, like there's shirts, there's tank tops, there's pants that make you look certain ways. By the way, check out the store in the description. You can get these shirts, you can get this merch, BoFit. It all is made to make you look better. But what I mean is, for example, for guys, it's tight around the chest, like you can see here. It's tight around the arms to make them look slightly more muscular than they actually are, and somewhat more loose around the midsection, just hanging down freely, appearing like there's not much going on here in a good way, right? But also for girls, it could be like when you, let's say, go to the gym, have a higher waist yoga pants. The higher waist with the band around the top of the waist makes you appear like an hourglass, gives you that look that your waistline is much skinnier than it actually is. So a higher waist can help. Pay attention to your clothes. Certain parts have to be looser, certain parts have to be tighter to pull things in, giving you the appearance of a more athletic body than it actually is. Which brings me to the next tip, I believe number 6, which is check out the patterns on your clothes. Check out the patterns on your shirts and dresses. For example, if you have parallel lines going left to right horizontally, they can actually, especially around the tummy, they can make you look wider than you actually are, and I have a feeling you want to avoid that. For guys, for example, who want to have a wider chest and broader shoulders, see this bow fit shirt? You actually want the lines on the chest, making it look wider, never around the midsection. So if you have a shirt that has lines going horizontally throughout the whole shirt, you're gonna look wider. So try to find patterns or lines that go up and down vertically. Makes you look longer and skinnier. So pay attention to the lines. For example, you probably don't wanna wear squares either, because you're gonna look like a square. So no checkerboard on your shirt, right? Either monotone, just one color, or lines going up and down, making you appear a little slimmer, or how I designed it, at least parallel lines, but on the chest, so the tummy looks smaller. So since we talked about the chest, the tip number 7 is make your chest stick out to make your stomach look visually more flat. So from the side, see, if my chest pushes out more than my tummy, I'm kind of okay, because the shirt just hangs down from my chest and it looks okay, the tummy doesn't look protruding. So it's a visual effect, but very helpful. For guys, start doing your push-ups, grow that chest a little bit. And girls, I hate to say it, maybe if you're really self-conscious about your tummy, you go to an event or somewhere, maybe do one of those magic bras or something. Not a big fan of those lies. If it helps with your confidence, maybe consider. If your chest sticks out more than your tummy, it visually looks like you have a flatter tummy. It is what it is. Let's use that to our advantage if you have to at certain events or situations in your life. Okay, tip number 8 is gonna sound a little funny, but hear me out. It's called swallowing. Yes, I know, but just stop. Now, swallowing air. We talked a little bit about drinking carbonated water, right? So you want to avoid swallowing too much air because it's gonna push your stomach out and make you feel uncomfortable. So similar to bloating, but what I mean is in this situation is that, let's say you go to an event, to a party, to a restaurant, first date, meeting your classmates for the first time in 10 years, chew very slowly. When you eat fast, you swallow too much air, and then half an hour to 40 minutes later after you ate, it's gonna start protruding and pushing out and feeling uncomfortable. That same goes for chewing gum. When you chew gum, you start swallowing air without even thinking about it. So if you need to freshen your breath, maybe pop like a Tic Tac, but not chewing gum. It's actually a bigger deal than you think. If you like these tips so far, consider subscribing to the channel or to the podcast if you're listening. But let's continue. So far, you have probably noticed that all of them have very little to do with working out. Those are just tips and tricks on how to fix things immediately. But tip number 9 and number 10 are the legit ones that you probably don't want to hear, or if you do, respect, but some people don't want to hear. Have a healthy, good diet, lose the excess body fat around your tummy. And tip number 10 is work out, strengthen your body, make yourself athletic, strong, confident, move efficiently. So go to a gym, work out at home, find a trainer, find YouTube videos to work out, but move, move, move. Eat less, work out more. And a little side tip as a professional, I'm gonna tell you, if you wanna lose weight and make this tummy look flatter, start strength training. Don't just do cardio, have soft muscles and pretend that you do the right thing. Cardio is good, it's important for your heart, for your health, for your lungs, do that too. But start strength training. Whether you're a girl or boy, this is gonna get you much further. No, you're not gonna look muscular like a boy. It's way too hard to do that, but lift some weights, eat healthy. Looks are not everything. Get healthy and then looks will follow health. So focus on health, but these few tricks, I hope they help you. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Love you. Stay sore. Peace out.